Travis Ormeyer, the Texas Stoneman, and you're watching World's Strongest Fan on YouTube.
Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. First up, we join Naomi Hadley, breaking her own personal best at the Arnold Classic. Awesome stuff. Next up, and also lifting a stone, it's Dean Madden. This time it's up to his shoulder. 160 kilos or 352 pounds. Next up, we've got another Atlas stone. It comes from 20-year-old Joe Oliver. The weight, 180 kilos or 396 pounds. We now move into some bench pressing, and first up it's Kane Francis with 227.5 kilos or 501 pounds. Next up it's Leonidas Arcona, who says this bench press was easy. 260 kilos or 573 pounds. Next up we join someone else. It's Andrew Cooper, an awesome presser. The weight on his bar today, 290 kilos or 640 pounds. Now next up we move into some overhead pressing. First up it's Harvey Auld, who competes as an under 105 kilo junior. That's 80 kilos or 176 pounds. And following on from him, we join Chris Prenger, who says, a great moment for me, I locked out that 231 pound dumbbell. Next up we join the American Nightmare Bobby Thompson. He says, this is about 90% of what I will need on game day. It's 118 kilos or 260 pounds. Here's a clip from Graciano Rubio, also known as the Wall Street weightlifter. The weight today, 158 kilos or 350 pounds. Next up, he's back again, it's Chris Prenger. The weight on his bar, 181 kilos or 400 pounds for his new personal record. We're now out again at the Arnold Classic UK, and we join Kate Connolly. She's about to break the under 64 kilo world record in the log. The weight, 103.5 kilos or 228 pounds. What an awesome lift from Kate. Now next up we join Kirsten Nahl. She's also log pressing. She says, personal records on log all around today. 250 pounds used to be my previous 1 rep max. Today she's doing 113 kilos or 250 pounds for 2 reps. Next up we join Matthew McKeegan out in Ireland. He says, here is a decent 145 kilos as I wrap up a mini prep for the Ultimate Strongman in Paris. Next up we join Shane Nye. He's pressing 160 kilos for 2 reps. He says, no more heavies until comp. Everything is firing as it should. We now move into some squatting, and first up, Leah Bavoil reclaims the crown, 213 kilos or 470 pounds for a new world record. Next up we join Lee Shaw. He says, heels and high bar is a wild ride. That's 280 kilos or 617 pounds for his new personal best. Next up we join Miroslav Kahanek. He says, front squat 300 kilos, push pump. In the past 6 months, I've only done this variant twice. Here's a clip from powerlifter Russell Orhe. He says, I guess I gotta show them how it's done again. 12 weeks out, time to shake things up. The weight, 333 kilos or 735 pounds. Following on from him, we join Jesus Olivares. He says he's literally drove 3 hours, then hopped out of the car to hit that squat. Next up, I've got a moving event, and it comes from strong woman Rebecca Roberts. It's 155 kilos or 341 pounds in each hand, possibly the heaviest farmers ever by a strong woman, and she rounds out the first half of today's video. Now we're into the second part of today's video, and we kick off with the deadlift section. First up, we join powerlifter Jessica Bittner, pulling 229 kilos or 505 pounds for 2 reps. Next up, it's Kira Rickson, working on the axle at the Arnold Classic UK. That was 240 kilos or 529 pounds. Next up, we join disabled strongman Chris Wolf, also competing at the Arnold Classic, and that was 275 kilos or 606 pounds. Next up, we join Ash Broughton. Great to see him back deadlifting. The weight on the bar today, 320 kilos or 705 pounds. Here's a clip from Lewis Blackwood breaking the under 80 kilo deadlift world record, and check out that fight for 338.5 kilos or 746 pounds. Awesome stuff. Now next up we've got a new athlete to the channel. Here is James Morley pulling 340 kilos or 750 pounds for 2 reps. Following on from him, we're out in New Zealand and we catch up with Sam McCormack. Great to see him pulling. The weight on the bar today, 350 kilos or 771 pounds for 2 reps. Next up, we're back at the Arnold's and we join under 105 kilo strongman Gavin Prosser. The weight on his bar, 390 kilos or 859 pounds, and that looked really comfortable. Following on from him, we've got a double deadlift. This is David Wilson and Bob Matthews for their new personal record, 620 kilos or 1,367 pounds. That's crazy. Now next up I've got a couple of athletes competing at this year's USPA Pro. First up it's John Haack, and that was a really good squat from him. Up next it's his bench press, and it's a new all-time world record, 272.5 kilos or 600 pounds. And he finishes off with a really strong deadlift also. The weight on the bar, 410 kilos or 903 pounds. That gives him a total of 1,030 kilos or 2,270 pounds, a new personal record. And also competing is powerlifter Jamal Browner. That's a 5 kilo meet personal record for him in the squat. Next up we've got the bench press, and again it's another meet personal record. This time he breaks it by 2.5 kilos. He's definitely getting stronger. And he rounds out with a really good deadlift. The weight, 455 kilos or 1,003.1 pounds, a 14.5 kilo meet personal record and a new all-time world record. Great stuff from him. Now next up I've got an update from Evan Singleton, who says, my right distal bicep tendon has been reattached. Surgery was a success, so now I can begin the road to recovery. And once that's done, the road to the world's strongest man in 2023. Unfortunately, this means Evan's out for competition for the rest of the year. So wishing Evan all the best of luck in his recovery, and I hope to see him back as soon as possible. Now on the flip side, that means Evan cannot compete at this year's Giants Live World Tour Finals, but in his replacement, they've selected Rhianon of Estonia, so good luck to Rhianon. Hopefully he can do Evan proud. Now seeing us out today, it's strongman Peter Svedberg working on a really heavy dumbbell. That's 98 kilos or 216 pounds. Anyway guys, that's it from me today. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up and hit subscribe, and I'll catch you again as always on the next one.
Come on in, boy.
3, 2, 1.
Thumbs up!
Kevin! Yeah!